What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hopefully, you're having a good one. Today is finally the day that I decided to go ahead and make a video that might actually get me executed by a group of white women. And I am very much excited, and it's also very nervous because these women are not right in the head. They definitely need psychiatric help. And today, I'm going to be going after their goddess and their Jesus Christ, Taylor Swift, today. And by critiquing her music and critiquing her fan base, I have a couple topics I want to talk about. And it mainly portrays her music career, and it doesn't portray her as a person. I just want to get that out the way, the disclaimer. I have no issue with Taylor Swift, the person. Some people do, and if you do, that's your own thing. I don't have any issues with her as a person. She does a lot for a lot of people, and I do not care. As long as she just stays the fuck out of the NFL, man. Like, I'm so tired of seeing her in the NFL. Seeing 200 posts like, oh my god, Taylor Swift's there. Like, nobody fucking cares, bro. Like, nobody cares. But the only disclaimer I have is that I'm not critiquing her as a person. I'm criticizing her music, and I'm very much criticizing her cult-ass fans. And so I just wanted to get that out the way. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. I just want to go ahead and get this out the way and talk about her music career. And for some reason, her fans believe that her music is the deepest fucking shit in the world. It's almost like that subreddit r/I'm 14 and this is deep type shit. And if you've ever listened to a Taylor Swift song that's not a cult follower, and you just listen to the music because, oh, you were listening to the music to check it out, you most likely know arbitrarily that her music is not really that deep. It really isn't. And honestly, like, she's also made a career of kind of copying people. I mean, she just recently released an album called The Tortured Poets Department. And I unfortunately have a bunch of people at my college that listen to her music. And even my college put out like some post. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I died a little inside when I saw that picture. I was like, what the fuck, man? But it's like from the album cover to the song titles to the, having Jack Antonoff as like producer. I know he produced a lot in 1989 as well back in the day, but it's just the most ridiculous crap, man. And and you're basically copying like a lot of that album, the Tortured Poets Department record, from what I've heard of it, because I had to unfortunately hear people sing that stuff against my will. It just sounds like a copy of Lana Del Rey, and it's like a less talented Lana Del Rey, songwriting wise. The lyrical content on the Tortured Poets Department has got to be some of the most agonizingly worst lyrics I've ever seen in my life, and that's coming from someone that's listened to fucking AJR's Neo Theater, which I truly believe has some of the most atrocious lyrics of all time. This is up there. I mean, I watched the video of Fantano reacting to the lyrics of the new Taylor Swift record, and his opinion is so fucking accurate. I mean, some of the lyrics this is literally a 35-year-old woman writing music for like 15-year-olds. It literally sounds like, bro, like it's like she's still a 15-year-old girl when she came out, and she never grew up and made the same song about how that an ex did her wrong, and, oh, you did Taylor Swift wrong, you're going to be a part of a song, and all the sea of white women at the Eras tour is going to be singing that classic song for them. It's just, I don't get it. I literally said this back in 2010 and 2012 when Red came out. I literally said this out loud, and I was 7 years old at the time. like 7 or 8 years old when Red came out, and I said, I truly do not understand the hype around Taylor Swift. I said that at like 8 years old, bro. I and I still to this day do not get the hype around Taylor Swift. I really don't. Her music is literally like the most cookie cutter basic music. Like any creative person could write better lyrics than her. And that's not me being or critiquing, like, oh, I'm saying, oh, you're just a hater, man. Like, because all that, haters are going to hate. And she had that song, Shake It Off. And they're just going to, like, do that stuff like they do, like a Taylor Swift song or something like that. I mean, dude, you're literally just proving my point that her music is literally the most cookie cutter pop music. And at the time, country music. Even though I argue, even when she was making the country stuff, at least when she was doing that, the lyrical content of the songs were actually somewhat meaningful. The music she makes nowadays, man, is the most, it's just so atrocious. And, I did this for this video because if you're a guy who's a straight man who unironically listens to Taylor Swift, you got some, bro, find God. Genuinely find God. If you're a gay man who listens to Taylor Swift, you get a pass because I that's literally the only guys I ever expect to continuously and repeatedly listen to Taylor Swift, because I saw a thing where it's like, oh, you see that it's the women and men that like Taylor Swift. You think they get along. They don't, because they always continually fight and do not get along with one group of people. Men. And that explains a lot. That's probably why they like her music, because Taylor Swift cannot hold a fucking relationship to save her life. And neither can her fan base. Neither can her fan base, man. And it's kind of sad, because not all Taylor Swift fans are like that. They just like her music to like her music, and you can be that way, and there's no problem with you. I genuinely promise you. But when you get to the point where you become like a diehard, like, worship follower, oh my God, Taylor Swift is my soul type shit, man, because her music is like this and that, man, get the fuck out. Like, no. And going back to the music thing, because I'm going into the fan base next after I get through the music part, is the musical content in Taylor Swift's discography. I argue her earlier stuff sounds actually more meaningful than anything she's done in the last, 12 years. And that's honest to God, the truth. Because the more mainstream she got, the more successful she got. It just, I don't know. When she's really switched over to, oh, this and that. Just the music's just so, ass. She had an album called Reputation, I believe. And I remember when that came out, because a lot of the people that were listening to it were I think they were trying to be wannabe emo or something like that. And I was just like, what the hell am I, what the hell am I looking at? I don't understand. Like I said, man, I truly, to this day, do not understand the lore and the musical content in a Taylor Swift song, other than oh, she was in a relationship and that boy's going to she's going to write a song about how that boy did her wrong. There's nothing deep about it. It's a typical stereotypical relationship song. There's nothing deep about it at all. And she has hundreds of the same fucking song. There was a new song she did for Travis Kelce. I think it was called So High School. The lyrics in that, it was so fucking awful that I actually laughed my ass off reading it. And for some reason, this new album that she has has some of the most laughable lyrics I think I've ever read. Literally the song Fortnite featuring Post Malone has got to be one of the, I don't know why Post Malone even agreed to that shit, bro, because Post Malone has such great music, and if you ever listen to a Post Malone song, it probably has more depth with meaningless raps about flexing than a Taylor Swift song about a relationship. I can, honest to God, tell you that is the truth. And even like someone like, what the fuck is that country guy that all the country girls love? Morgan Wallen. Yeah, Morgan Wallen. He probably has more lyrical depth in talking about dirt roads and making Nashville pop music, because that is not country music. I refuse to acknowledge that Morgan Wallen is a country music artist, because he does not make country music, bro. He makes Nashville pop music, which means pop music that is based in Nashville, Tennessee, which country just does not exist. That's why I say that. So, but yeah, other than that, like, that's really all I gotta say on the musical part. Like, oh, she makes shallow music for 13-year-old white women, and honestly, even older white women that followed her since like 2010. And trust me, I can tell you this for certain. I go to college, and we dead ass had a fucking listening party for her remaster. No, I shouldn't say remaster, but like her version of 1989. There was literally a listening party for that at my college, and I literally just died inside after I saw that. I was like, dude, you can do that with any artist. Y'all choose Taylor Swift. And the reason why they chose to do Taylor Swift is because most of the people at my college are mostly women. I think if you go to college anywhere, I think that's truly like that as well anywhere else. But in my college in particular, I go to a very small school. It's mostly women. Like, for every guy I see, there's like 4 girls. No BS, dude. And it's crazy because the college I go to used to be an all-guys college, which is freaking wild. But, you know, times have changed and all that, and that's getting off topic. But the reason why I bring up the whole college thing and people my age is because people my age, man, they listen to the music and it's like they don't grow up. Like, you can enjoy the music. Like, that's completely okay. I don't have a problem with that. But when you get to the point where you have to, like, say, worship Taylor or we're going to cancel you, you're a piece of shit, or something like that, just, like, it's literally music that is so shallow, Brown. And speaking of gaslighting and Taylor Swift fans, because I actually know someone that is a Taylor Swift fan that I'm friends with, that is just, she confuses the hell out of me, bro. Taylor Swift fans are just something else, man. So that's what we're going into next. We're going to talk about her fandom right now. It's truly fucking astounding that there is a fan base somehow worse than fucking K-pop stans, who are, to me, the true cancer of society, and how they are just overtly gaslighting people on the fucking daily for the worst shit. Like, what were those accounts back in the day? The Stan Luna accounts? Like, who the fuck knows what the K-pop group Luna is outside of South Korea, bro? Unless you're like on Twitter and you're from America and you're like a degenerate, like, what other normal sane human being is going to know what the fuck those type of K-pop groups are, besides like BTS and a few others that are actually like super mainstream that you just know about them? But I don't know how it's possible, but Swifties are truly have somehow beaten out K-pop stans, man. And K-pop stans, like I said, are a true cancer to society, and Swifties are too. And I need to clarify, before I have everyone attack me, I'm not attacking every single Swiftie out there. I'm attacking the ones that think that Taylor Swift is the equivalent of Jesus Christ and is somehow better than Michael Jackson, who changed the game of music. What has Taylor Swift done to change the game of music besides copy Lana Del Rey? Nothing. The answer is fucking nothing, man. I mean, yes, somehow she is the number 1 most listened Spotify artist, somehow surpassing The fucking Weeknd, who, in my opinion, should still be number one. And I just when I don't know, man. Like ever since last year, like her fandom is somehow. I mean, her fandom's always been pretty toxic, and that's kind of been true. But when the era stuff came out, you could literally could see the sea of white women just. And yes, I am using the term white women because if you go to a Taylor Swift concert, there you do not see many people of ethnicity there. No, it is a sea of white women, sometimes Tumblr girls, and for some reason, if you're a Tumblr girl in the year 2024, you need to find fucking help, man. Like that app died when Instagram still had the old font logo right here, man. That is how old and how dead Tumblr is, man. Like you that's how ass and how shit and how old and how degenerate some of you fucks truly are. And I just, I truly I get liking an artist, man. Dude, I love plenty of artists. Bro, I love fucking Post Malone. I love Lil Wayne. I love bands and artists. Like I love Slipknot. I love bands like that. I and you don't see me worship like stuff like that. Like my favorite artist and my most influential person that I look up to is David Bowie, but you do not see me treating David Bowie like Jesus Christ and making Instagram accounts or Twitter accounts, tweeting and making pictures like, oh, look how pretty my goddess is. Ooh, like, just shut up. Nobody gives a fuck except for your sea of fandom. Like, that's it. That's why I truly believe, like, when I made that video about obsessing over celebrities, it's such an unhealthy habit, and it's just not worth it. I ended up originally was going to make a video on the Met Gala because for some reason every year there's always like, oh, check out the celebrity at the Met Gala in this new dress and the fashion has got to be the ugliest fucking fashion on the planet. And it's just, why would you ever wear something like that? I mean, then again, I could make a whole video on the fashion industry and designer fashion and how I think designer fashion has gone down the fucking toilet in the last 10 years, but that's a video for another day. But we're talking about Taylor Swift fans here and Taylor Swift at large. And let me just give another disclaimer again, for the 15th time, because y'all are probably going to skip over this and leave a dislike because you see the words Taylor Swift rant. I am not critiquing Taylor Swift as a person, and I've said this throughout the video. Taylor has done a lot of community service and stuff like that, and I respect that. I do not respect her flight thing. Like, she's put more carbon emissions into the atmosphere than most people want to admit. I mean, she would be on Greta Thunberg's list right there. I mean, and and also on another note, if you take Greta Thunberg's word as gospel, you also need to seek fucking help. That's not me just saying that in a fucking YouTube video. That is me saying that as a human being. If you truly believe Greta Thunberg is actually accurate in what she says, you are retarded, bro. Genuinely retarded. And you need help, and you need to go find actual research that is from scientists and not from a fucking teenager. Like, seek fucking help, dude. So, yeah, I think that's all I really need to say about the fandom. The fandom's toxic, very toxic. They gaslight you. They'll cancel you for nothing, and if you don't like Taylor Swift, you're somehow the shittiest human being on planet Earth, and that you should fucking choke. Why, I don't know, but they truly believe that, and they like to ruin people's lives. And for what reason? To get a kick? Like, just seek help. Like, genuinely seek help. Like, again, there's nothing wrong with liking an artist. There's nothing wrong with liking Taylor Swift. If you love Taylor Swift, man, I'm not saying that's a bad thing for you, but, like, my critique is, if you're obsessing over her like she's some fucking Jesus Christ, man, like, you have a problem, and you live off that, and you choke on the straw of the Stanley Cup because I got you upset. Like, boo fucking who? Go cry in a corner. Like, I don't care. If you really got offended by this video, I really didn't even dig that deep into her. I just called her music shallow, and I called her fan base toxic, which are all very true. Well, at least half of it's very much true. That being the fandom. I've never seen a fandom so obsessed on being that toxic, because I don't know, man. Like, not even K-pop stans are this fucking bad. And K-pop stans, like I said, are a cancer to society. But yeah, man, Swift, like I said, a true, genuine cult. Like, y'all would make the Heaven's Gate cult proud with some of the ways y'all worship Taylor Swift, man. Jesus Christ. What's next? If you start listening to her music, you're gonna leave your soul of this earth or something like that? I mean, you're heading that route. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that to just go, like, dude, you need actual fucking help. Like I said, and I'm gonna repeat this one last time so y'all can get it. There is nothing wrong with being a fan of her music. I never said that it was a bad thing. What the bad thing is that if you're obsessing over her, and like some sick fuck, which is just no. Like, I know plenty of friends that listen to Taylor Swift and they're not a fucking sick fuck. And I'm friends with them, and I don't care. I mean, they was like, oh, they listen to Taylor Swift. I don't care if they listen to Taylor Swift. They like Taylor Swift, that's their thing. I don't care. Unless you're a straight man. If you're a straight man, then you got a problem. But if you're my friend who's a girl and you listen to Taylor Swift, that's not a problem. I don't care. Just don't, like, be so obsessive. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, you just. There's other music out there. I just want y'all to realize there's other music out there that's arguably way better and has better quality than anything that Taylor could ever put out. And I'm just saying that to just being honest. Just expand your horizons a little bit. You can still listen to Taylor Swift. If you like Taylor Swift, that's your thing. But you just expand your horizons a bit. If you just live off one artist because of that, then, that's why. And that's why people don't want to listen to her music, is because of y'all. Just so y'all are aware of that. Y'all should listen to her, but y'all are gotten so bad, and the reason why she's so hated is because of you. It's not because of Taylor herself. It's because of you guys made it so horrendously toxic that we don't even want to listen to her music. Like, that's the problem that I'm putting right in y'all's face. And you're not making it fun. It does not. When you get to the point where you start getting to be gaslighting and start being toxic and trying to cancel people for nothing, then you are putting the fun out of listening to that type of music, and is going to get hated. Like I said, take a look at K-pop. That's why I said they're a cancer to society. Like I said, y'all are getting up there too. So, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Can't wait to see the reaction for this one, man. That I didn't really light into them that much. I just kind of stated the obvious. Like, oh, her music's shallow and her fans are fucking toxic. That's all I really said. I'm just kind of reinstating it because it's a relevant time right now, because she just released a new album. So I was just like, fuck it, why not? Thank you so much for all the support on the return from the hellhole that was finals week. Had no time to actually sit down and write a script, or I really don't write scripts for videos, but like actually write some ideas out of what I wanted to do for a video, work on it, edit it, all that good shit. But now that I'm out of college, I actually have time to sit down and record a video until I have to go back and do it again, which hopefully I can do videos sometime while I'm in school. But it's very hard to do it at college because there's you don't really get a lot of privacy. If you're a college student watching this video, you know what I mean. Like, there's no privacy in school. The only privacy you get is when you go home or if you get a room to yourself. And that's very rare. Especially, like, my fraternity friends, like, you're always around people. And for me, like, with what I do and my leadership stuff that I help around with what I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of shit. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you got butthurt by this video, then you're the problem, not me. Look what you made me do, I guess. All right, well, that's all I gotta say. So, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out, guys.